According to the Department of Livestock Production, Vietnam has about 29 million pigs, leading ASEAN, ranked second in Asia in the top 15 countries with the largest pig population in the world. The growth rate of pigs in the period 2007-2017 reached 0.91% per year. In general, the pig industry in Vietnam has many advantages. However, according to experts, in the next 10 years, the pig industry will face great challenges due to increasing competition. Vietnam pork is not only competing with American, Denmark, Brazil, Holland pork, but also China and Russia. High costs of livestock and difficulties in controlling the environment. Besides, the competition of products outside the industry such as poultry meat, seafood, beef can cause the demand for pork slowed down. In order to overcome the above challenges, the pork industry needs the core solutions as the state develops the overall strategy for animal husbandry, the organization and planning of production in association with the market demand, the organization of good management of disease, slaughter, food hygiene and safety, etc. In addition, businesses and farmers need to build a cooperation in the supply chain, apply science and technology of breeding, animal feed technology to reduce the cost of products, improve the quality of pork, increase the competitiveness of products. Greetings from Trang Vietnam on VTC10 Net Việt. Livestock, particularly pig production, is an important sector in the agriculture of Vietnam. So what can be done in order to improve the quality of pig production in Vietnam for domestic use and also for export? In today's program, we have a conversation with representatives of two companies from Denmark who are working closely with the Vietnamese companies in this sector. So thank you for joining us. How do you evaluate the application of modern technology and equipment in the production of pigs in Vietnam nowadays?
Yeah, there's a step to go. I think it's a great opportunity, and especially with the Thanh Lang group of companies taking the lead to go in with a consortium of companies having different technologies. My own company, Skjold, we're providing grain handling. We can provide nutritious food for the pigs. We can provide feeding systems. We can also provide systems for another category, which is the poultry business, where we have the latest feeding technologies to raise broilers, meaning small yellow chickens to slaughter chickens. So you can actually, with this technology and the knowledge on how to use the technology, jump, let's say, 30 years of experience. So Vietnam has the opportunity to go very fast from the current level of productivity and throughput to the level where we are in Denmark in a very few years.
How have these technologies and quality genetics been applied in Denmark, and what benefit have they brought to the farmers over there?
We have been producing pigs for many years with a great success in Denmark. What we have been trying to do is actually to monitor what is necessary to grow pigs at a high quality, and we have locked it into a farm management system. So the next level is what we call a digital platform, actually Skjold Digital. If a pig is not growing fast enough, you can get an alarm if it becomes sick, too hot. You can get advices on how to adjust the feed, how to medicine the pig. So all of this knowledge is actually, by modern technology, we're able to upload it from our servers through the cloud-based solutions. Here, using modern technology, you make it very easy for a farmer to be very productive. It's all about treating the pigs well.
Can you share with us about the cooperation project between your company and the Vietnamese company?
Yeah, we have been working with Thanh Lang to establish a complete pig farm in Myanmar with more than 200 sows. So we're providing everything, the feeding system, all of the penning, up to the most modern standard from Denmark. the genetics together with our partners, and the purpose, of course, is to also to bring in farm management, because it's not just technology, it's also how you take care of the pigs, how you feed them, how you treat them. The feed is, of course, very important, but you should also be aware, how much medicine you should give them, so they're grown up in the right way. I think it's all about breeding the most possible pigs per sow.
High technology has been applied in the pig raising industry for the last 5 years. In the field of breeding, animal feed production, veterinary vaccines, disease prevention, automation of production lines and caring for animals, treating pollution in livestock, processing livestock products and providing to market. Among them, Tân Long Group is one of the leading pork producers and traders in Vietnam. The company is aiming to expand the scale of pig breeding with large projects being deployed in both Vietnam and Myanmar. Recently, Tân Long Group has signed a strategic cooperation agreement with 6 Danish companies to improve the quality of pig production for this group.
Chúng tôi cũng được biết rằng là Đan Mạch là quốc gia nổi tiếng về công nghệ, và trong đó là về công nghệ chăn nuôi. Thì ngay cả con giống của Đan Mạch cũng có hiệu suất rất là cao. Tổng hiệu suất toàn ngành của ngành chăn nuôi của Đan Mạch cũng thuộc hàng là cao nhất thế giới. Như vậy thì với cái mục tiêu là chúng tôi tham gia cái chuỗi khép kín về sản xuất và chế biến về thịt xuất khẩu cũng như là phục vụ cho cái thị trường nội địa, thì chúng tôi lựa chọn các cái đơn vị cung cấp, ở đây là các công ty Đan Mạch, để ký kết cái hợp tác chiến lược để nhận chuyển giao với công nghệ và đầu tư thiết bị từ nhập khẩu từ các cái kết hợp từ các cái nhà sản xuất.
Under the signed SPA, Scale will be in a deal worth many million euros of consulting, designing and supplying advanced solutions and equipment for a pig farm. Monster supplies ventilation solutions for all pig farm projects of Tân Long Group, and Dan Brad and Vietnamese are invited to provide the best breeding, genetic and high-quality feed and nutrition supplements for pig farm projects in Myanmar and Vietnam. Finally, the Nordic and its subcontractor Half Sleep will be the suppliers for Tân Long Group's slaughterhouse plant, meat processing plant and meatball mill factory.
Mọi người theo một cái chuỗi liên kết như thế thì đảm bảo rằng thế này, một là chúng ta sẽ chia sẻ được cái lợi ích trong cái chuỗi sản xuất cái thực phẩm, chia sẻ được trách nhiệm, và chúng ta đặc biệt đấy là chúng ta sẽ kiểm soát được vấn đề là vệ sinh an toàn thực phẩm, đúng là truy xuất nguồn gốc. Thì cái này các bạn Đan Mạch rất có nhiều kinh nghiệm, các nước phát triển có kinh nghiệm sẽ giúp chúng ta. Và cũng thông qua những chuỗi này chúng ta tạo ra những cái vấn đề là cân đối cung cầu.
The application of science and technology to pig production will help increase value, improve production efficiency towards the sustainable development of livestock. Specifically, many experts believe that the application of high technology in animal husbandry is considered a key step, a breakthrough to increase productivity, product quality to 15 to 20%, thereby reducing production costs, increase the competitiveness of pork products for domestic use and export. What is your expectation for the benefit that the technology of your company will bring to the Vietnamese company?
Well, it's been a very, very long journey in Denmark to keep on getting better and better and better. In Denmark, we have been under constant pressure for low prices for as long as I can remember, actually. So we have been forced into lower our production costs and increase our output. That knowledge is now ready to be transferred to other parts of the world, and as for now, we are working here in Vietnam, in Myanmar, with the Thanh Lang group. And our knowledge is quite unique because, as Lasse said before, actually they are, with our help, we believe that we can help them to skip 30 years of development. That means they will be competitive with even the best producers we have in Europe.
To improve the quality of pigs for domestic use and also for export, what recommendations do you have to give to the Vietnamese companies?
You know, in Europe, they are very, very obsessed about what do you eat. It should not be, you know, it should be, there should not be any dangerous ingredients into what you eat. There should be no food poisoning, so to speak, with nasty, unwished ingredients. So the food stuff has to be good. It should not be over medicined, so you get a lot of antibiotics into your body. That's not healthy. So there's a strict also origin. Where does it come from? Let's say if you import rice, paddy rice, you should know where it's coming from, how it's grown. So there's a lot of strict regulations. Anyhow, you know, in Denmark we're selling to these markets. We know how to sell to these markets. And if you, let's say, go into this consortium of Danish companies, we're used to produce for the European market. So if you use the technology, but also if you use our advice in terms of farm management and medication, then you pretty easy should get an application because you can prove what you're doing. You have all of the data to prove you're in control. And in Europe we also need grains, we need rice, we need foodstuff, and the same of course for the American markets, large consuming markets.
And to be able to survive in the long term, well, the Vietnamese producers, they really need to start to be more efficient. Otherwise they will not survive. The global pig production is getting smaller and smaller as it's getting easier and easier to export the pork meat. And when that happens, well, it's very important that the Vietnamese market will follow that trend and will be able to lower the production costs here. We have seen a lot of examples where the production cost here in Vietnam is more than 50% higher than what we can achieve in Europe. But that's mainly due to very high feed prices. But for sure we will be able to lower the level.
Do you have any plan to expand your cooperation with more and more Vietnamese companies in the production of clean pigs?
Yeah, we are already working with the largest player in Vietnam, and of course Thanh Long is a very important partner for us. But for us, it's important to do a partnership with all of the major players in Vietnam.
Sending the pigs to Vietnam is just one thing. That's very, very easy, and we can do that within a few days, and then you could say that our job is done. But that's not really the case, because that's only the beginning. We are of course very happy when we can make a contract and ship pigs, but in addition to that, we even promise them that they will be able to follow the Danish system, the Danish nuclear search management system. So they will receive data every single day from Denmark to keep up with the production in Denmark and keep on developing with the Danish pig producers in Denmark. This is absolutely important.
Once again, thank you for joining us and for your sharings today. And we wish all the best to the cooperation project between your company and the Vietnamese companies. And that's all we have for this episode of Sang Vietnam today. For comment and feedback, don't hesitate to write to us at sangvietnam@netvietttv.net. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.